Jabba 10 podcast. Jabba 10 podcast. We hold it down. They know what's now.
We are here. We are live. Yo, this was the only SummerSlam cup I was able to get. They ain't have no cups in that fucking superstore.
Because corporate America greed has won again.
So upset. So upset. Jobber Nation, welcome to a Sunday Night Delight with some of your faves on the Jobber Tears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle Famitron here with Sir Wilkins. Mr. Black unfortunately cannot join us tonight, but we are exclusively here to chit chat, to give our honest feedback since we both were there in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So shout out
Trash.
to
Trash.
it was not trash.
Trash.
I actually have ridiculous stories that I just feel like that can only happen to me and Danny.
What was your ridiculous story?
It just was like a few things. So like we definitely saw Cody's mom at the Mall of America. Cool. Like I had to stop Danny, like, do not go over there. Do not bother that Cuban woman. Okay, if I'm not doing that, you're not doing it. Don't do that. Cause she was just outside waiting for it. First of all, they got in the lift. I was like, these are normal fucking people.
Did anybody come up to them?
No, she was with. It looked like it could have been one of Cody's nephews. So she was with, but then three older ladies had came out, and then they all had went and got in like the Uber. But she was just sitting outside waiting for them to finish up. And I don't think nobody noticed her but me and Danny. Well, I did. That's the first thing I said. That's Cody mama. What's she doing over here? And then me and Danny's like, yo, bro, if Cody's fucking bus pulls up, it's going to be mayhem. Like, mayhem. But she got an Uber, so that was cool.
Mama Rhodes. Mama Rhodes.
She's so cute. She looked just like Cody. She looked just like him. It's so funny. But what other crazy things? So without spilling too much, we definitely we got wine and dine the first night, low key. We got brunch.
You told me.
And then
you were the third wheel.
I wasn't third wheel, low key. But I wasn't, but I wasn't. Because it was like that guy had no real chance, low key. I digress. But shout outs to him. He definitely gave us a little quick tour of the city. And then night one, where we sat, there was a guy that was sitting next to me. It was cool. But we couldn't figure out, he was very ambiguous. Like we could not figure out what the fuck he was. And I just felt like couldn't ask because I just thought that was rude. So, but the whole night we was just like, is he black? Is he white? Is he Spanish? We didn't know. But he's very nice though. So like when I first sat down, I think they was showing a thing about AAA. And I was like, I'm so excited. And then he heard me saying like I was going to Mexico City. And he was like, put your airdrop on. And I don't know nothing about that techie shit. So I was very like, nigga, what? But
you know what airdrop is?
Yo, because I don't do that shit. Like,
you an old woman, son.
Don't fucking bump my phone. Don't do none of that shit.
You an old woman. That's what it means.
Okay.
You an auntie. That's what.
Let me tell you. When I saw the Jewish man on the express bus with a flip phone, I fucking lost it. I was like, what is happening? But no, the gentleman next to me, I wish I got his name though, because everybody was cool in like our section that first night. He ended up airdropping me a whole itinerary that he did in Mexico City. Like,
oh, that's dope.
Off rip. And I was just like, oh, thanks. And then he bought us drinks. And I was like, oh, thanks. It was wild first night. But, what else? Well, since we're talking about night one of SummerSlam last Saturday, Minneapolis, Minnesota, U.S. Bank Stadium, beautiful stadium, by the way. Minnesota Vikings, y'all did good on that.
It's a newer stadium.
Yeah, and it's closed. It's a dome basically, but it's enclosed.
I mean, it gets cold and it snows like a motherfucker.
No, but like it's not like you in Kansas City in the snow. Like it don't matter.
It's Minnesota. It's even colder.
Negative.
And they said I was talking to the guy when I went to the stadium. I was talking to one of the security guards. He said like the the one, because the stadium is like relatively new. I think it's like 5 or 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So the one before, it was a dome as well, and the dome collapsed because
But
there
it
was so much
collapsed because
snow.
of all the snow that was on top.
Yeah. So then now they brought it back. But Minnesota has nothing.
Well, we found a black owned brunch spot. We did. That
Nigga,
looked
it
like,
has
in all honesty, had we went on a Sunday, it'd have been probably a little bit more time. Not gonna hold you. But I will
e-
also say Minnesota was a lot more diverse than I thought it would have been.
Minnesota, it was a lot more liberal than I thought it was. But
Yeah, like
also, hold on.
very.
Wait. I don't think it's all of Minnesota, because remember, Minnesota, the
Oh,
state,
well, it's huge, but Minneapolis, for the most
Minneapolis was
part,
like very New York City. So I
yes.
went to, okay. First of all, we stayed at an Airbnb.
Shout
And,
out
and,
to
and
Adam. Shout out to Malcolm.
so it was me, it was Adam, Malcolm, and I, Muscle Man Malcolm, and Adam Goober. We all stayed at we stayed at an Airbnb. I don't ask no questions. If anybody knows me, Shorty
I
knows this.
I can attest. This nigga don't ask no questions.
Yo,
None.
you pick the place. Does it have AC? We good. Here's the money. I'm not asking no questions. I trust you. So we he said he was like, yo, I found an Airbnb. It's gonna be from Thursday to Monday. What? No, Tuesday. But I was gonna leave on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I said, man, I don't give a fuck. How much you need? And in all honesty, it came up to like low key for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, 5 days, whatever. It was like $50 a night, basically.
That's not bad. That's a
Split up,
steal.
split. And when it comes down to it, it's like $50 a night. I was like, yo, this is light. Yo,
Mm-hmm.
here the bread. So we pull up to this. I said, nigga, where are we?
I meant
And
to ask you, like, where were y'all? Like,
so it was like another part of Minneapolis. It was like kind of, we were in the hood low key, but it was like the white people hood.
oh, that's different.
It's low key the same thing. It's low key like it was like white people hood, like low middle class neighborhood.
Okay.
But the difference between that and New York City is that niggas got houses. So
Fair.
we pull up, and I was like, yo. So they had, I guess, like the lady came outside. It was this older woman. She looked like she was Asian and white. Came outside, flip flops, feet a little dirty.
I'm screaming.
So, but she nice. She's like, oh, here's the place. But as soon as you walk in, you see this giant mannequin just staring at you with a wig on. And I
Yo,
was like, yo, where are we right now?
the
And you
amount
walk up the
of
stairs.
oddities that was in that house was wild.
So we walk upstairs, and there's like these old white people on paintings of them. The eyes are looking at you like they're following you. The stairs are creaking. We walk into like one of the rooms had a baby carriage with a plastic baby doll in it.
Yo, it's Ripley's, believe it or not.
And then I
Cool.
open up the closet door. There's a skeleton sitting there. Now, granted, I can sleep anywhere, so the bed was comfortable, so I was good, and the AC was cold, so I was fine. But the night that I left, Malcolm and Adam's flight had
They
gotten
flights got
canceled
canceled.
in the morning, so their flights got moved to the next morning at 6 a.m. So I'm on my flight. I'm home. Whatever. I finally get home. They text me like, "Yo, we saw a giant rat." So we left the Airbnb. We just gonna sleep in the airport
That
at
was
12.
why he went to the airport?
Yeah.
There's no way. Adam, if
So
you're listening to this, I hope you get some money back. Put
so they
on
saw.
put on your white man voice and your email and get you your funds back. Cause what the fuck?
Cause I was like, damn, that sucked. But I was
That nigga
good.
said, well, I'm home, so it's not that's a
I
y'all
was
problem.
good.
It's not a me problem.
But so where we stayed was down the block from where, I don't know if you remember that story of that That ISIS story.
Oh, the lady. Wait,
Yeah,
which one?
the one where she got
Where she got
shot by
shot in the
ISIS.
car?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were down the block from there.
Oh shit! But that's what I'm saying. Like, Minneapolis was very like welcoming to the LGBTQ community, the blacks. Like finding out that they have the largest concentration of Somalians in the country was wild as fuck. But
Oh
it
yeah,
made sense.
all my Uber drivers were Somalian.
Everybody Uber Lyft was Somalian. It
It
was
was
the
Somali. They were
wildest
all
thing.
Somalians. I'm chatting them up, and then I went to this. I found this deli. So I'm always trying to find like a good spot to eat.
Cause he a foodie.
So I found like I googled like the best like sandwich spots, whatever. So I found this spot called Marty's Deli. So I pull up. Best. It was the best sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich I ever had in my life.
Better than a bacon, egg, and cheese?
Hands down. Hands down. Best sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich I ever had in my life. So I pull up. The entire staff was women.
I mean,
Entire staff. Well, the front of house staff. Like the dishwashers, from what I saw, looked like they were Latin men, Hispanic men in the back, like doing stuff. But like in the front of house, all women. They all were pale, a little heavier than average women, and tatted up.
So they know their food.
So and they were tatted up.
They know their food. If that is a criteria, like gotta be too something to do something. That's what my
So
boy
then
said.
I also took Malcolm out to this place called Diane's Kitchen. I made this nigga try real food.
Oh,
Not
because
Waffle
he
House.
always goes to Waffle House. So yeah. But that was like, so the spot we went to was called the Breakfast Bar.
So we were gonna go there for breakfast.
Oh, yo, and it was funny because we saw mad other wrestling like wrestling fans like that were in there. So it was so funny that people had found that spot because I like found that spot on like Instagram. Like
Yeah,
I
so I saw it
randomly
on
found it.
Instagram, but then I wanted to try something a little bit different, and I did some research on the best places, and also we had like worked out like 6:00 in the morning. So by the
Niggas
time
over here, the job never ends. It's crazy.
so me and Malcolm went to the gym at like 6:00 in the morning. So after we found this really dope 24-hour gym, like super. They were
Dope.
like people at like in Minneapolis were super nice. Like I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything rude about them, but
Listen,
the city
if
has
you
nothing.
listen, respectfully, but also it being the Midwest, like I feel like outside of Chicago, really everything shut down at 11 in Minneapolis. Not gonna hold you. So, like, if you like niggas was trying to find food after, like, only fast food was open after the show, like, you couldn't just go out and do something. Like, you.
I keep telling people this because I had done an interview with Kiro from Mr. Hype, and he's from France, and him and his respectfully, I don't know who she is. I don't know if she's his girl or if his manager. You know what?
The lady that was the young lady that was with him.
The young lady, I don't know. So there was a young lady that was with him, and so I'm chopping it up with her. She's like, "Well, it's my second time in New York. I love it here." I was like, "Listen, this is not reality.
No.
I need you to understand." She's like, "What?" She's like, "What do you mean? This is not reality?" I said, "No. This is not reality."
No. Like the closest thing I will say to us, hands down, would be Vegas, Miami, maybe New Orleans. In terms of like, you can be somewhere at 2 o'clock in the morning and it just open type shit. Like,
But that's the only thing you can say. But when it comes to like it's like New York City, not New York State, New York City.
yeah, no, not because we gotta clarify that because people from upstate really be trying to hop on downstate bandwagon, and it don't. We don't.
So
we
like
two different
anybody
worlds.
that's watching this, if you're not from New York City, I want you to understand, you are going to work like a slave, and if you want to enjoy life at the top level,
It's the luxury.
as long as you don't have kids. But you know what? My sister be turning up. She got 2. So if you got support, like 2 grandmothers, and
Okay, you know what? That
and the
works.
father's in the picture, then you can
shout
do
outs
stuff.
to grandmas because grandma had took Mikey for the week. So it was just like shout outs to grandmas in the building that's taking.
Because my sister was that because this is the only place where everything comes here.
Yeah.
If you want to see your favorite artist, 9 out of 10 they're gonna come here. We get at when it comes to WWE and AEW, they come here at least
Twice
3
a
to 4
year?
times a year.
Yeah, minimum.
Minimum. And then like the amount of money you'll make here, granted, it's not gonna go that far, but you'll make some good
It
money
go a
here.
little somewhere.
But
Yo,
you
we had
can
went to Michael's brother had turned 40. Shout out to everybody that turned 40. My future brother-in-law Will, happy 40th, but also shout out to Brian H. Waters, happy
H Waters
40th.
in the building.
Shout out to Patricia. She reached out for us to send
Did you
him a
send the
nice little
video?
birthday message. Huh?
Did you send the video?
I did.
Okay.
I did separately because I ain't talking to a certain somebody that was in that chat. So I'm not giving no energy. So I had sent sis that on the side. But shout out to Brian. We love you. We always want you to know you have full always support of us. Whatever endeavor you embark on. It was so dope because he texted me. Because I was worried. I was like, did he see it? Like, was y'all able to get it in enough
When did you
time?
send it? Because I sent it the day
You
of.
sent it after I did, so I was just like, I don't know if Wilkins got in because when I had asked her, when I sidebarred her, I asked her, I was like, when do you need this by? And she said tonight. So I'm kikiing with Michael watching fucking SmackDown, and then I realized because I had told her, I said, oh, I sent it to you by 8 o'clock. It was 8:30. I said, oh shit, I ain't seen that video yet. So I just stepped out real quick and did the video real quick. But I sent that Friday night
I
because I
sent
asked
it.
her.
Hold on.
You
When
sent
was
it
his birth?
Saturday morning.
Yeah, because I was at the gym and I'm on a treadmill and I was like, oh shit, this is
Yo,
nigga's birth.
that was
Happy
my
birthday, nigga.
reaction. That was my reaction. I was like, oh shit. But no, but shout out to Brian. Happy 40th.
Now happy 40th to him. No, because what the hell are we talking about? Where do we go with this?
No, I was just saying that real quick. But going back to Minneapolis real quick, and then we'll talk
Trash.
about night one, night two. Where we stayed at. So actually it's so interesting that you mentioned the ISIS thing. So the our Minneapolis friend that drove us around had also told us. So when we had landed in Minneapolis, it was like after midnight on what was that, Thursday? No, Friday night. So we didn't get to our hotel till like maybe like almost close to 1 a.m. So we get there, we go back outside, we chill, kikiing a little bit, and then I noticed, I said, girl, we across the street from the police station. What the fuck? Like, what is happening here? Because where we stayed very central downtown. So like we walked both nights to the stadium. The convention center was literally like around the block from us. Like you saw how close we
Yeah,
were
yeah, yeah.
to the convention center. So across the street from our hotel was the police station. So I was like, oh shit, this is serious. I don't know whether to feel safe or scared. Never scared because I'm from New York, but I'm just saying. So the guy that lives there, he told us that apparently, remember when the whole George Floyd situation had happened and they rioted, they burnt down the police station. So they just recently moved into that space. It was a warehouse. They moved into that space because the original station burnt to the ground because of the riots in Minneapolis. And I thought
It's
that was
crazy.
like the craziest fun fact. Like I was like, wait, what? Like who knew that?
Well, the George Floyd shit was a big deal, man. Like
Nah, like
Minneapolis be going through something, and
yo, and it's crazy because I think because you don't really think of like big city, to be honest, even though it's called the Twin Cities, but you don't see Minneapolis as that big Midwest city like you would Chicago. But nah, Minneapolis it could get
because we're from New
crazy.
York.
I know, I hate it sometimes. I'm just
We
like,
don't see that's what I was saying when I was talking to her name is Ocean, so I was speaking to Ocean about it, and Kiro, Mr. Hype was talking to me, all both of them. I was like, yo, if you want to move here, this is not real. There's a lot of great opportunities in New York. Like you're going, like New York is the only place where you'll be at a Shake Shop or a Shake Shack or a Starbucks, and then a 3-time Emmy winning TV star or an Oscar nominee will just come in and be like, "Hey, can I order this real quick?" And everybody's looking at it like, "Okay."
Or you could work at a place where celebrities come from time to time, and you just be like, okay, it'd be regular. Like, yo, the other day, Ben Stiller did a commercial in Cats dressed as a cat. It was by far the funniest thing, but it was just like, it's a regular day at work. I don't know what
Yeah,
that is.
and I think sometimes we don't see that, like the
Nah,
advantage of
I
that,
don't realize it until I go to a different city. So like
because this is not, like
when
I
we
keep saying,
went
this is
to
not real.
Minneapolis, I always try to find like little bits and pieces of like home that I could be like, okay, this is cool. Or do you see yourself living here? That's always kind of like why I love traveling at times. It's like, do you see yourself living here? So
No,
I
there's
mean,
nothing there.
outside of there is no real nightlife. That really is what it is.
No, there's nothing there.
There's no nightlife.
There's not beyond nightlife. There is
Niggas
nothing
is
there.
always in the mall. Cause first of all, that mall is very overwhelming. What the fuck? But it definitely, cause somebody, I had took a picture of one of them, the Ferris wheel, and somebody DM me was like, yo, you home? So for those that don't know, we have something very similar. Well, almost practically the same thing. Like we have Nickelodeon Universe here, New Jersey, at American Dream. So the nigga thought I was home, and I was like, no, I'm still in
Yeah,
Minneapolis.
it's the same concept, but like I said, like I've been to that mall, but there's nothing there in that. Like I don't think you understand. Like,
No, no, no. I lived it. I'm just not on the whole like there's nothing there. I just didn't feel like there was anything for me to do. Now,
there's nothing there.
living there, I'm
It
not
would be
probably would
cool
def-
to live there, but you're gonna
I would
like.
probably live in Chicago before I live there. But
There's nothing in these cities, respectfully, and the people that live there say the same thing.
I think what I will say is I do appreciate that it is a sports city though. Like
Because
that.
there's nothing there.
But then you can't say it's nothing there though. Like I just don't like saying that because I feel like somebody can find something to do wherever you are. Like
Nigga, everybody that's from there said the same thing.
ain't nobody say that to me. But also I ain't talking to nobody really
But the
anyway.
reason
Besides
why it's a
getting
sports city, because that's the only way they can um make money.
yeah.
That's the reason why they can grow
Like
the
they honestly
economy.
should have did what Indianapolis did because I honestly will say I had way more fun in Minneapolis than I did in Indy. I'll tell you that much. But they need to jump on the bandwagon and get 2 more pay-per-views in that stadium. But real quick, also before we talk about night one, like I mentioned, the Superstore was in the convention center.
Trash.
They did, yeah, it was not, and they didn't even
Trash.
have, yeah, no, they didn't really have anything good this year for SummerSlam. I was a little disappointed, but a lot of people were buying merch or whatever. I just know that that's not for me. But they also did something kind of cool and different because that was like the first time they did. I feel like they did that for free. Like normally that shit is like you gotta pay to get in to then do the meet and greets and pay for the meet and greets. Like I like the fact that they have free signers. That's how we met them fine ass Tongans. I tell you that. That was yo. How me and Danny were both on that line. Like, what the fuck are we gonna say to these niggas? Like, what are we gonna like? How are we approaching this situation? So when Danny got up there, she hugged the tall nigga first. She left Tama Tonga by himself. I said, no, I got you. But the way that tall glass of milk hugged me, understand if I was single, that would have been a situation. That would have been a whole situation. He so much love in the hug. But it was cool to see them. We saw Seth and Becky selling their coffee.
It's actually pretty good.
Which I thought was really wild
This
because
has too much sugar.
we walked around and then when we doubled back, I kept saying, "Why all these people got their phones out? Like, what is?" So then when you kind of peek through on the side, you could see both of them. So I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then Buster Open Radio was doing live shows. Sam Roberts was doing a live podcast. The one we caught was he started talking to Matt Cardona, so that was cool to see. But all right, night one of SummerSlam. What did you first? Where were you seated? And give me 3 things that you enjoyed the most that night
Um,
one.
Let me pull it up. So first of all, I was in the press box.
Okay, shout out to all the media that was there.
So I was
Yo,
there.
Rosenberg was on our flight home. He's always on our. He always ends up on a flight with us.
So first of all, I'm gonna say this is that Punk and Cody cooked. People didn't. I don't think they give him enough credit on that. Some people were trying to play him, but they really.
Yo, the match psychology in that match.
Yeah, they really cooked. They really cooked. Liv and EO surprised me.
Yo, me too. Actually,
Um.
they was actually
Also,
really top. They definitely was like top two
yeah,
for
and
me.
then obviously Brock and Oba. I like the match. Like I don't know, people were like it was too short, but honestly speaking, it's fucking Brock. Brock don't
Brock
wrestle for
can't
that
go
long.
past 15 minutes. If that.
Brock is like 50.
Brock is not doing that. Yo, he said on Pat McAfee when they interviewed him, because he got on their show and like officially retired, so they say. But he had was on Pat's show, and he was like, "Yo, after Ober slammed him at WrestleMania, he's like, I don't know if I can do this anymore." Like legit, words out his mouth. He was like, "I don't know if I can do this anymore."
He's
So
50 years old.
people expecting somebody to fall off the Hell in a Cell, somebody expecting blood, so, like you expecting all these things. Brock Lesnar is not subscribing to that, like at all. It's like
I don't think it was the best match ever, but it was a good match.
it did what it had to do. And all honesty, for Brock, even after the fact, because I even questioned, was that on that, like was that on ESPN at the end? But for Brock to grab that microphone and say, "I'm the past and this is the future," I would have, if somebody would have asked me 6 months ago, would Brock Lesnar do that? I would have been like, hell no, Brock not doing that. The fact that he did that for Obafemi, like that really topped night one for me. Like I was just like, that is such a, and also Brock paying homage to Taker and mixing in like when the street kind of like was a situation, like I loved what Brock did in that match. Period.
No, it was a good match. My favorite match was Nick Aldis and Gunther.
Let me tell you,
Like Nick Aldis and Gunther was, first of all, Nick Aldis.
my best
Pause. I'm gonna pause
friend,
this right. I'm gonna pause this right now. That's a good looking motherfucker, B.
yo,
My motherfucker look great. That motherfucker Nick Aldis look
yo,
absolutely
he said one of the best shapes of his life.
great. And I was just like, yo, this guy,
Sign,
right here.
sign this nigga again. Give him a different contract, cause
Yeah. No, but I like the fact that he gets to wrestle a little bit, but then he's also is the G. I like him as a GM.
yeah.
Because he's one of the few GMs that doesn't look like he can be a pushover.
Well, now he really ain't gonna take no shit because he had that match with Gunther. But no, I love the fact that because everybody know Adam Pearce don't have control over his show at all. Raw is a free for all. You got niggas making matches, and all Adam Pearce doing is coming out saying it's official. Them niggas is running Raw, but SmackDown is a well ran machine.
But that's what you want to hear because there's different types of shows on each one, and I like what they did. Like people like some matches were a little bit too short. I did feel like I'm not gonna lie, the Fatal Influence versus the Bellas and
To
Paige.
be
I went to the
honest,
bathroom.
we didn't even need that. We didn't need that. Also, old girl to get injured, so she out now 3 to 6 months because she broke her shoulder blade. But what I will say is I do like that they did follow up from it though. Like, cause sometimes with injuries and stuff, everything just stopped. Like clearly, as Unreal's show does, like everything just kind of stops for a second. So I'm kind of glad that they were able to give Nikki time to speak and kind of like start that up with Paige. So like. I kind of like that they did that, but yeah, that match, and I've never really. I mean, I like Fallon Henley of Fatal Influence. But the other two bras, I'm telling you, even from NXT, I was just like, I see it, but I get it, but it's not really my cup of tea. But
They haven't grown on me. But that was like probably my biggest thing. I mean, I loved Cody's entrance. That shit was fire.
Yo, the Street Fighter thing with the player game shit, that Cody and these fucking entrances, this is why I go to shows. That is the exact reason why I go.
And the
Because
mask was dope that he had. That like he he gets it. He gets it when it comes to the entrances. I still feel Oba, Femi, and what Brock did for Oba, it really launched Oba to the next level now.
yo, and then even the follow through on Raw with Paul Heyman shaking his hand and congratulating him. I was just like,
But
oh,
this is what I want to see.
we cooking.
Like this is what I want to see them start pushing that next generation of superstars. Then you had the face off between him and Braun real quick.
Woo.
So we're setting up the future. Like we if we like I love basketball. Cody, Punk, Kevin and Roman, all these niggas are like LeBron, Steph.
Mm-hmm.
Those are they're like 1 or 2 years away from retiring. So let's set up the Anthony Edwards of the world, the LaMelo Balls, the Jalen Brunsons, like the future superstars of WWE. Like that's what I'm always having this conversation about, and I'm always keep yelling this out is we gotta start pushing this next. And I saw that a little bit this past weekend.
But not only this weekend, I feel like I definitely feel like even throughout I think post SummerSlam, like with we're on SmackDown. My girl Tatum Paxley coming like debuting was so dope. Like I love her. Like, and that's kind of the hard part and why I really do encourage people to watch NXT so you could kind of appreciate those moments. Like I had to literally wake Michael up. Like, yo, Tatum is on the top rope, my nigga. Wake up. Like, see this. And then he didn't see it. And then this morning he goes, yo, I watched it. Yo, I popped. I said, I know. Like, and even with Lola coming up soon, because she said her farewells at NXT this week. So, like, they're really starting to. I like that it's not all at once, because I think when you kind of bring up like 8 people, now you really got to figure out how to position those 8 people in a proper way. Whereas we get a few. We'll get 2 here. We'll get 3 here. We'll get 1 here. We'll get one to go to AAA for 2.5. Like I just like that there are more options for talent now than there's probably ever been.
Well, it's crowded, bro.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Like
heavy. It's heavy.
it's like. So what do you think about when Triple H said this? Frustration can be useful. His view was that talent should take whatever opportunity they are given and make something out of it, rather than focusing on what they are given.
Grayson Waller for 100, Alex. I'll take that. I absolutely agree with that. You go make an opportunity for yourself. Like everything won't be handed to you. You think it took what Chelsea Green 15 years to get to that mountaintop?
But
Like,
he also said this too. The idea that everyone deserves a place on the card simply because SummerSlam is a major event. His argument he said that talent needs to force WWE's hand by becoming undeniable.
mm,
But then I'll push back at that.
I can understand that because then you get people that are going to shows specifically because they know that this person is going to bring something to the table that you enjoy. Like think of it like Thanksgiving. I did not. I went to Minneapolis thinking night one was gonna blow night two off the water. Like I was prepared. Like if Danny didn't want to go and we decided last minute not to go, I was prepared to be like, all right, cool. We'll just hang out, maybe get a bar and watch it at a bar or whatever. Like I was going into Minnesota like that with that mentality. Night one was amazing. Had a great time. Where I sat, it was like that first level above the floor. Amazing view. And then we woke up Sunday morning and them floor seats was $200. And I said, baby, This is my time to shine. And to experience night two on that floor and to have that stadium shake when Kevin Owens came out, like stuff like that is what makes reminds me how dope it is to be a wrestling fan and to have those moments. And I think when you have somebody that's undeniable, like Trick Williams, like Obafemi, you have people that you could put them anywhere and it's still gonna be it's gonna feel like a big moment.
But I also think like we're at a place where we're not. There's too many motherfuckers there.
Oh,
It's too crowded. So even if you become undeniable, there's a dude that's been there for 10 years that's been 10 years undeniable.
yeah, but then you ask yourself how much longer is he gonna be undeniable? Because
Yeah. So
it goes to it actually comes to the question of, so I had saw on the interwebs. I don't know who posted it. I think your boy Quintus posted it low key. That's how I saw it. Talking about, was it overrated or
Oh, so that's the biggest subject I've been rocking the past week.
overrated?
Um,
Who's more
so Conrad
overrated?
Thompson said that he was on the 82 weeks, 86 weeks, whatever, with
82
Eric
weeks with
Bischoff.
Eric Bischoff.
So he was on the show, and this is after SummerSlam, and he said that basically he believes that Roman Reigns is the most overrated main event superstar in WWE history. Like, go ahead, say your opinion. Do you think he's overrated?
So I actually, and everybody that knows me knows I'm not a bandwagoner. I'm not throwing up no ones. I'm not doing none of that shit. But I will say that I do not think Roman is overrated. I think he's had to grow to where he is now, like the tribal chief era, the I've been champion for 8,000 years. Like, he's undeniable. Like, you can't, I won't argue that. But I will also say, because yeah, I feel like what the post I saw was who's more overrated, Hogan or Roman. And I was just like, neither. Like, they did what they had to do for the business. And I can't be like, like I can say, well, fuck all that. You know what I mean? Like, niggas has been talking about Roman being part time for the past 3-4 years. This nigga is on the marketing for Money in the Bank. He's on the marketing for Survivor Series. Like, this, honestly, this year alone, I felt like it's the most I've seen Roman Reigns in the last 2 years.
But
Like,
the thing is, we say this all the time. And this is the ignorance that people, this is how fickle human beings are. Niggas hated John Cena. Hated, hated John Cena. Talk so much shit about it. Super Cena. We hate
John,
him. Oh my God,
niggas
I'm
is
tired of it.
crying John Cena's last match.
Then his last match happened. Everyone's, oh my God, he's gone. I can't believe it.
I
Now
can't
you
believe
miss
it.
him? Now you miss him? Now the same thing happened with Roman. When Roman retires, y'all niggas is gonna be crying.
Niggas is gonna feel it. Niggas is
So,
gonna feel it for like that moment, because that initial, like, oh shit, like we don't have, and you, but I
bruh,
do
at the
feel
end
like
of the
if they
day, at the
position people in the right way, like you mentioned, of being like next up, yeah, it's gonna sting when that nigga decides to sit the fuck down, but we gonna be okay.
but the thing is, you guys are hating on him now, but then when he retires, you're gonna be like, oh my God, he's gone.
Nigga,
So
he's
that's what
it's
I'm trying to
Harvey
say.
Dent. It's Harvey Dent. Everybody, there always has to be a Harvey Dent in everyone's story. In every era of wrestling, there's always been a Harvey Dent. And this nigga Roman, unfortunately, is Harvey Dent. John Cena during the ruthless aggression all the way up to PG, Harvey Dent. Like, it.
So, but the thing is, it's the old Jay-Z line. Would you rather be overrated and overpaid, or underrated and underpaid?
Cause like, if we're talking about overrated, to you, question, then who's underrated right now?
Who's underrated?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Chelsea Green is underrated. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think people really grasp how good she is.
Amazing.
Um, Carmelo Hayes is underrated.
Okay.
Let's talk about LA Knight. I think he's underrated low key. People don't respect what he does.
Okay.
Um, who else? Let's go down the list.
Who else is
Um,
underrated?
Naya. I don't think people. I think people hate on her too much. I think she's underrated.
I feel like people have a love-hate relationship with her. Like I feel like there's moments where people love her, and then I feel like there's moments where people hate her. It's the oddest thing, but one of the most sweetest people I think we've
Liv
ever met.
Morgan is underrated in the ring. People don't
Yo,
give her flowers about her in-ring
I
ability.
will honestly say the match with Stephanie, and now this match with Io, she's definitely stepped her game up in ring. Like, and on top of that, I won't even just say her. Like, I understand people have watched SmackDown and talked about Jade and the botching and all that, but we will not take away from the progression that Jade has given in ring. Like, I'm not gonna let y'all think Friday was just like we could just shit on her forever.
They're
No,
gonna shit on her for all the time, bro.
like this is the most athletic, the most in ring technical I've seen her. More, of course, because she was only on AEW every other week, if that. That I've seen of her. So for me, I'm like, nah, like she can go. And I honestly wish they didn't pull the trigger on the her and Charlotte match because that really should have been and if Rhea wasn't injured, they said that would have been the match that would have been at SummerSlam instead of on SmackDown. But I kind of wish
Listen,
I wish they held that a little bit longer.
listen. We wrestling is hard. Wrestling is hard to do. Should she have went to NXT? In my opinion, yes. She should have went to spend some time in NXT. At NXT.
I actually don't. I think yeah, I understand in terms of getting the reps in and doing that part of it, but I don't think she would have. She's too larger than life to be on NXT.
Yeah, it goes back to what Triple H says, being undeniable because because the thing is, y'all niggas let Ultimate Warrior be in the fucking Hall of Fame for God's sakes. That nigga sucked in the ring.
Nigga, don't
That
get
nigga
me
was
started on that one.
that dude, Ultimate Warrior,
For Hogan, for that to be the
was
nigga
doo doo.
Hogan put over,
Ultimate
it
Warrior was doo
mind
doo in
boggles
the
me.
ring. He was just big and he had energy. So if
Yo,
y'all niggas is out here loving on Ultimate Warrior, racist, homophobic ass, xenophobic, whatever you want to say, every phobic in the motherfucking book, loving on Hulk Hogan, on Ultimate Warrior, but y'all don't want to give Jade a little bit of credit? Where this
nah,
nigga Ultimate Warrior all around sucked in the ring.
trash, trash.
Like, it's not even trash, bro. Like, trash would be like the trash that's in your office of paper. That nigga was a landfill in the ring.
Nigga, it's just that was he was just so bad, and it just was like for Hogan to put
But
him over.
he
I
was over
can't.
as hell.
Well,
Like
I mean,
G
the
Dixon
character,
just said,
and
he
I
was
guess at
over
that he
as
because
hell.
definitely if you ask somebody that had lived through that, like as a kid, they will tell you like Hogan. Whenever I ask somebody who's your favorite wrestler or like what time period, and a nigga hit me with a Hogan, a Warrior, a Iron Sheik, a Sergeant Slaughter, I'm like, okay, I know exactly what era you watched.
Ultimate Warrior was doodoo butt. Like, the nigga was diarrhea.
No,
Ultimate
he
Warrior was
wasn't good
trash, but everybody loved him. Jade, y'all just don't want to mess with her because she black
because she
and she's
black.
a woman.
Cause she black and she's powerful and she know what she doing. And they
Y'all,
had the even cause guess what? Cause I fucks with B Fab and old girl, but they would have been twiddling their thumbs and catering had they not became a whole trio situation. Come
listen,
on.
the reason why Jade is on the card is because she's undeniable.
She's undeniable.
The thing is, what the kids say, she aura farming.
That's
The kids
crazy.
say
I've
she's
never
out
who
here
fuck says that?
aura farming.
Who's saying that?
Relax, auntie. This is what the YNs are saying.
What? First of all, what YN did you see in me and said that?
That's what the kids say.
That's
They're
not what the
aura
kids are
farming.
saying. There's no way.
The kids say they aura farming.
Aura farming sounds wicked.
Aura farming.
That sounds even worse.
She got aura.
Yeah,
So,
I'll accept aura because that's what she got.
Listen. I don't make these up. We unks and aunties in the game.
Niggas is old. Like,
that's not
I've
our
never
place.
even thought to
But
even hear
like
that.
I said, she's undeniable. Yeah, people need to stop hating. If y'all love Ultimate Warrior, and this nigga out here could not wrestle for nothing,
Not a thing.
and y'all loved him, merch selling like crazy.
Yo, merch probably still selling, and he
And
been
y'all don't,
good.
and y'all shitting on Jade, something wrong with you. I know exactly what kind of person you are.
Say that louder for those in the back,
Because if you shitting on Jade, but you love Ultimate Warrior, I know exactly
Reese,
what kind
the
of person
math
you
not
are.
mathing.
Because Ultimate Warrior was doodoo cheeks. Doodoo. Like when your butt filled with diarrhea, that's who
crazy.
Ultimate Warrior is.
All right, now we're gonna move on from Ultimate Warrior and shitting. So actually, before we do finish up on night 2 and then the fallout, who's overrated to you then? Right
Who's
now?
overrated?
Yeah.
Y'all gotta hate me on this one, man.
Oh my god.
Stephanie Valkyrie.
Nah, now you violating. Next question. Don't even say no more.
I think she's slightly overrated, B.
Don't even say no
Her
fucking more.
in-ring is fire.
Her whole aura is fucking fire.
It's the entrance.
It's not the entrance. It's the whole thing.
You put some horns on you.
Yo, when you see little kids wearing them, when you see white little girls wearing them horns, that's how you know.
Because everybody wants to do some devil stuff.
That's crazy. I don't.
Everybody's gothic nowadays. Everybody got, oh my god, I'm depressed.
That's crazy work, but no.
I'm depressed.
I'm not jacking you saying that she's overrated. Like, and y'all listen, y'all know me. Y'all know I don't really give it up with the Spanish people like that. But her and Lola for me, y'all can't say nothing bad about them.
Nah.
Nope.
And what's her face? What's her face is what's you know who's underrated? Jimmy Uso.
Yes.
Because I low-key feel like he's such a superstar, but he just content with life.
Yo, my man is cool. He cool letting his little brother shine. He cool with that shit.
I really be seeing him.
No bullshit.
I'm like, yo.
When this nigga wins a singles title just on his own, we're all gonna fucking lose it. Like, I already know that. We're gonna lose it. But no, I agree to that. Yeah. All right, so night 2, but that's what I said. Night 2 actually definitely did hit a lot, a lot.
Put some respect on Roman's name. Nah. Roman and Seth killed it. Killed it. Phenomenal match. Great storytelling.
The storytelling, the emotion, the je ne sais quoi. Like,
it was cinema.
Give it to them that they. And it was honestly my least looking forward to match. Just because I was like, yo, I done seen these niggas wrestle 8,000 other. Like, that last singles match they had, I was at that Rumble. That was my first Royal Rumble in St. Louis. When that nigga Seth came out as the Shield through the crowd, I was there for that. So I was just like, I feel like they always with each other. Like, can we get away? Can we do something different? But the story needed to come to an end in that sense before both of them can say, you know what, you're still my brother, goodbye, like, type shit. So I understood it, and I was just I was actually more wowed, especially after the match when they fist pumped and he had the mask in the middle for Dean. That touched me. That touched me. That was a
Also, I
sweet.
feel like
That was so
that
sweet.
match was great because it went over 30 minutes, but I wish Penta and Chad Gable went longer.
Yo, let me
It
tell
should
you,
have went longer.
Chad motherfucking Gable winning in his
Shorty G,
hometown. Yo, my man said my name is Chad Gable. I said, man, I've been with you since Willing, Able, and Gable. Like, let's like Shorty G time. Like, come on. So it was really dope to finally see him. Like I'm telling you, Chelsea Green winning was definitely a
oh,
moment.
that was the highlight of the night.
It was definitely it was a
But
moment
now she
because it was,
injured,
bro, orbital boom.
bro.
Just put a mask on her and
No,
call it a day.
put her on bubble tape, bubble wrap.
Yo,
Put
when I'm
Chelsea
telling
Green
you,
in bubble wrap,
she'll
bro.
tell you she's the luckiest person, and I'm like, yeah, bitch, you kind of are, yeah. But but now her being women's champion, like that's why I was like that interim shit wasn't gonna work because Rhea getting that surgery, she out for the rest of the year. Like y'all played yourself. But I know it's kind of very similar to Bianca. Also, shout out to Bianca and Montez having a baby
Congratulations to them.
boy. Congrats. Romeo's here. So now mama can be a mom and enjoy that and then train and then get back to being the EST. Thank you. But no, Chelsea winning, I think that was the absolute right call. And I had said that to Danny when we were sitting there. I was like, yo, this actual match, anybody could win. Like they could have legit put it on any of them girls and it would have been like, oh.
I'd have loved to put on Lash, B.
Listen, they would have put on Lash. I'd have got drunk in that fucking stadium. I would have got twisted. We would have been partying outside if Lash had won. But I was just glad that she was on the card. Like I love that they position her in that way. So, cause that's what I said. It's very scary when you get that call up and you don't just fall in the cracks. Like she's on my TV every week, whether it's in a segment, whether it's in the ring, whatever. She's always on my TV. So I'm always gonna be here for that. Who else was night two real quick? It was Penta and them. It was the girls. Oh,
Night two was good. Night two was
the
good.
money's on the pole. This nigga
That
here,
was stupid. That was stupid.
the nigga Dan Housen, bro.
That was stupid. That was stupid. That was a waste of a spot.
We didn't need it, but it
We
was,
no, that it was absolutely not needed. I fuck with
it
Danhausen.
was, it was just a moment. It's cool. Let my nigga Dan get his little shine. Like I don't care. Like it could be
It,
stupid. Like I don't like
it was
that's
dumb
how
as shit.
I know what I'm getting with Dan Housen, so I'm not gonna be sitting here thinking I'm going to get eight stars, the Dave Meltzer style. Like I'm not gonna do that. But no, night two at like for me it was crazy because night one, like I had told Danny, because I did last year night one and we with Michael and we just did the first night. We didn't do both nights. But I had told Danny, I said, sitting in that stadium, I said, yo, it feels like SummerSlam. This feels like how the hottest party of the summer, like we're about to hit a hard reset button because we're getting into Money in the Bank, we're getting into Survivor Series, we're gonna do some call, like it felt like SummerSlam, and it didn't feel like that last year. But I know a big part of why last year just was different was because it was all about John Cena, low key. Even though John didn't want it to be about him, bro, when you gave dates and then we had a whole year, it was about you, my guy. Like it was dead about you. So I definitely felt like this year was like, this is SummerSlam. This is how it's supposed to feel. Like everybody's in a good mood. Everybody's a fan. Definitely, the white people definitely on the floor definitely get crazy. I will also say that them white men almost fought them two little boys that was sitting next to us,
Why were they about to fight them?
and he was looking at me for validation, and I'm just sitting here like
Why were they
I'm
about to
a,
fight them?
yo, because so here's the other caveat about being on the floor. Yes, it's a flex. Yes, we was on hard cam. Yes, I found me and Danny on the screen. Like an experience of a lifetime. But all night, all you doing is getting up and sitting down.
Yeah,
and you
I
got to
hate
worry
floor
about
seats.
people standing up in front of you,
I
or
hate floor
people
seats.
or people with fucking fine. If I yo and I didn't think that through. Had we had that game plan from like even 2 days ago before Sunday, yo, I'd have made a sign. Like we were legit like hard camp. So the two boys that was sitting next to us, they was in their early 20s, like, but he said I think 23. Cause I don't know what it is about me. People just start talking to me. So the little white nigga started talking to me. So I was just like, oh, yeah, whatever, whatever. And he's like, oh, it's me and my brother here. Cool. So there was two other white dudes sitting in front of us, grown ass men, with fucking signs for every fucking match. It was just like, what are we doing here? Like, if I show you a clip, I can tell you where I was seated because his sign was in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then his sign started hitting his brother, and he would just be standing there. Cause that's the one thing I will say: the security definitely walks up and down and tell people to sit the fuck down. They definitely do that. Like grandma was not playing. She would come, sit down. So they do that. So shout outs to the staff at US Bank Stadium for that. But he kept just standing up and like, so he was just, if he started to get aggravated for his brother and for him, and then he was just started talking wild shit, cussing him out. He was like, yo, this asshole, he's the only asshole that's standing up while everybody else is sitting, like, egging him the fuck on. I'm sitting here like, please don't fight white men. Please don't fight white men. Like, don't fuck up my night. Like, so I'm sitting here, and then they really start going at it with each other, and I'm just sitting here looking at Danny like, yo, bro, like, how the fuck are these white men acting crazy right now? Like, but everybody cooled down because it literally like they started turning up maybe like right before the main event. Like it was literally the end of the show, and it was just like if we wasn't about this energy after the first match, we just gotta let it go.
I mean, those YBs, white young bros,
Yo,
they be wilding out. They
they
be
don't
wilding out.
play. He was not, but
But
he
the thing
definitely wasn't
is,
playing.
they be acting like they're about to fight. But when you press them, they're like, oh no, we're not trying
Yo,
that.
but both of them kind of tapped out. Like the young and the old white niggas was like, you know what? And I was sitting here like, we don't act like that at wrestling events. Let me tell you. And then it was even creepier. So there was a black dude sitting next to us. Like I would say 80% of the show, the black dude was sitting in one seat and the seat next to Danny was open. So we was all chilling, whatever, whatever. I mean, we didn't actually really talk to him, but we saw him there.
He was
I
by
would
himself.
say, yeah, he was by himself. So this little white girl and this old ass white man come out of nowhere and it's like telling him like, yo, you're in our seats. Mind you, Roman Reigns is about to come out. What show did y'all watch? Cause did y'all really just come over here and bombard this man for some seats that y'all ain't even sit in? Yo, but when I tell you it was one of those cases of like,
But was he in their seats?
yeah, yeah, he was definitely in the seats. Yeah.
So he was wrong.
Yeah. But yo, he sat there 80% of the fucking show. Like
Well, he got
it
his
was the wildest thing. And
he
like
got some free
he
seats.
had to have had a floor seat. It might not have been that section. Cause I will say when we first got down there, we actually sat in the wrong section. So we moved ourselves. So something said, let me double check these tickets again. Cause I was like, I feel like I selected the tickets dead center. So we actually did not sit in our original seats at first. So like I will say it was could be a little confusing.
No, it gets
But
confusing
it was
now
the
there.
fact that it was this old white man and this girl that looks 12 and she ain't got no clothes on. And these niggas look crazy coming up in here right before Roman Reigns comes out.
You know,
And I know she had to feel like she was naked because she ended up coming. They left and came back and she had a fucking SummerSlam t-shirt on.
yes, because it was inappropriate.
Very really that whole I want Danny. I'm gonna bring this up with Danny with me. That whole situation was inappropriate, and we was just sitting here like, is she being trafficked? Like what?
What? You say she got trafficked at SummerSlam?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, we didn't know because it
Speaking
was
of
very.
trafficking and pedophilia, so I found this page on Instagram. There's this black dude that's like the new Catch a
Oh, he
Predator.
goes around and he goes after pedophiles. I think it could be
Yeah.
one of them pages. Michael. Well, he don't mess with one of them guys, but he popped about this fucking whatchamacallit Dateline nigga. What's his name?
Chris
Hansen.
Hansen.
The movie that's coming
Well,
out next month.
I believe all pedophiles should die, but that's a different conversation.
That's a way different conversation. Yeah.
No, but they all deserve to die.
Yeah. No. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying
Like
that's a different show. Not
they
this.
should all like there should be a show about killing them.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what? They may be. They may
no,
be.
listen, I'm just saying like
Tubi is a crazy world.
it should be how do we kill these pedophiles?
That's crazy. But all right, before we do end off, the fallout of SummerSlam, we had Raw this week, where we got now mind you, I was very sitting on the heels of like waiting for SmackDown. I waited for SmackDown all week because I really, really couldn't wait to see Kevin Owens and CM Punk talk to each other. Woo. And they did not disappoint. I literally could have listened to them talk, go back and forth for an hour. Like I could have dead just sat there and was just like, yep, this is real. He don't fuck with him. No, he don't.
Nope.
So it's just gonna be very interesting to see when does Kevin Owens cash in his title opportunity.
But he also
Um,
do we forget that Oba has a title opportunity too?
Bro, I'm just sitting here like he gonna win the Rumble, so it don't even fucking matter about King of the. It don't even matter about King of the Ring no more. He gonna win the Royal Rumble, which was announced this week. There is no date, but it was announced that the 2027 Royal Rumble will be in Phoenix, Glendale. Let me say that Glendale, Arizona, where the Arizona Cardinals play. But it'll be February 2027. I'm excited. We in there. I started looking at Airbnbs already because I'm like, I need a reason to go. Because at first it wasn't safe to go, but now it's pretty safe to go. We
Why
good.
is it not safe to go?
Who was from there?
Huh?
Who was from there?
Who's from there?
COVID?
COVID's from Arizona.
No, Arizona's from Arizona.
Oh.
Oh,
That's what you're talking about.
yes. Good morning. Statute of limitation has passed, so we good. We can go to Phoenix now.
That person's ruining your life, B.
Yo,
I'm just saying.
I'm no, I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that on.
If a motherfucker's ruining your life. They went to commit suicide at one point.
Slander, and then said it wasn't about you. What? I think that's what fucked me up the most.
It's time to be messy because so for people who are listening, Janelle has an ex from Arizona.
Not even an ex. I was a guy I was talking to during COVID.
And he was a massive wrestling fan. That's how everything connects. And he actually is a Grammy nominated.
Yeah, no. So here's my other caveat in my wrestling escapades, low key, since we're getting personals for 2.5. I've always messed with talented ass niggas. Like I'm just gonna put that out there. So,
but
anyways, absolutely
outside of that, nobody cares about the nigga being talented.
No, but I'm just saying.
So he goes on Facebook Live.
Talented, definitely.
He goes on Facebook Live and he says he's gonna kill himself because Janelle broke his heart.
Oh my God. That is not all the way what happened. He went.
He said, "I'm gonna jump in front of this car." And then when Janelle called him, he was like, "It was not about you." Nigga, what?
So some of that is true. Some of that is mixed up. So long story short,
oh my God.
He went on live, was talking about me, but didn't mention me, but then mentioned the podcast, mentioned the boys, and not to think that it would get back to me. I think that's what also tickled me. I was just like, did you not think somebody was not going to tell me that? And then you know he was going through a lot at the time, and I think I just heightened that whole situation, so it got real. It got a little serious.
It's a lie, son. That nigga was crazy, and then you almost killed him.
But I housed them, and that's what everybody says I fucked up at. But I still don't feel that way. Like I feel like when you get to know somebody, you gotta get to know somebody.
Zilla is definitely going to NXT.
Yeah. Well, good for him. I mean, listen, NXT cooking right
He
now. They
dropped.
got
Oh yeah, this past weekend was House of Glory High Intensity, which is House of Glory's WrestleMania.
shout outs to Brian. Shout outs to Brian. Tell next time
Um,
you tell him I said hello. Like that's my guy, low key. Even though but that's my guy though.
yeah. So
I respect his hustle. I respect him in the business. So yeah, I just always shout outs to HOG, the home team. Where Red won the belt. Wait, I heard my nigga Sweet Cheeks won.
Sweet Cheeks did cash in his
Yo, my
contract,
nigga
and he
Sweet
is the new
Cheeks.
House of Glory heavyweight champion. Shout out to Sweet Cheeks.
Yo, we gotta talk to Sweet. We gotta talk to him. Yo,
So
I
yeah,
remember watching him in the beginnings.
oh
Like,
yeah, I should hit him up for that. Get a
no,
little
we
get a
really
little work.
should do that. I'm actually really down because I feel like he's a dope guy, and I think he's well deserved. He worked his ass off to be HOG world, like to represent HOG, and I think that's so dope.
Yeah. But yeah, Sweet Cheeks won. It was a busy. It's been a busy couple of weeks. Produce Wrestling had a show which went really well. Um, that's picking up. So
I'm
yeah,
just glad Andre Chase made it because he had posted about his flight because that was a whole situation. His flight got canceled and rerouted twice, and like my man posted like, "Yo, how do I get to Brooklyn?" Like, so I commented because I'm always chase you forever. So I commented, I was like, "Listen, if you could fly to Philly, take the train up straight up, you'll be in
yep.
New York in about 2 hours."
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that
Mm-hmm.
is what he did or whatever he did, but he was at that show. Like I saw the footage. So he made it because he was like, I've never not made a
Everybody's
show.
flights got canceled that day. I was
Yo,
good
because
though.
I'm telling you, that was God's plan because we was that first flight out. First of all, United. Let me talk about United real quick, and then we're gonna wrap up. United ass oversold the flight. It's a 6 8 because me and Danny we flew back on Monday morning first thing because we both went to work, which was low key probably the worst decision because my body I don't do well with time zones. So even an hour behind, I'm fucked. So we get to our gate, they get on the thing and they're like, oh, it's oversold. So we gonna need a few passengers to take this $800 travel credit and get on a flight later on the day that gets you to New York around 1:30. But it's a layover. And I was just like, fuck. First of all, my minimum is 1,500 because that's two flights. Like, I got to think about me and mine. So either I'm going to take the two or he going to take one and I'm going to take one. But 1,500 is my minimum.
So hold that thought for a quick second. So my flight was oversold too.
Yo, what the fuck?
So I get there, and the thing is, I'm on some like, yo, I'm getting on this shit. Like,
Yo,
this isn't a conversation. Y'all
I'm
gotta
not,
figure this out,
I'm not
but
jacking
I'm
it.
getting on it. So there's this older white woman, she's spazzing out. Just spaz. She's like, oh my God, my first flight got canceled. My second flight got canceled.
Does
I
she
could have
not know they
drove
will
home.
drag her ass out? Listen, there are two places that you don't play them games, and that airport is one of them places. Don't do that.
She was like, I I could have drove home. Oh my God. So then this Indian cat, he's heading to New York. His flight got canceled, but they put him on my flight. So
Okay.
he's pissed off, and then the lady's like, "Well, you're not guaranteed a seat." I said, "Oh, this is what we're doing here."
Yo, so unless like you check in, and that's why like I always either try to either pay for my seat or use my point or use my miles for a seat because what we not doing is we not gonna say Janelle don't have a seat. So when we had checked into our going flight, they had us separated, but they had me on an aisle. So I said, fuck that. I'm going to pay for a window seat because that's where I feel comfortable. But Danny was already in the window seat. She was just 2 rows behind me. So then our flight back home, we were actually sitting together finally, but we had seat numbers. So I don't play them games with that
So
because it's
I
like,
didn't have no seat number. It was like, I mean, like,
yo, yeah. So you playing
so
dangerously.
I just sat there like, yo, I'm getting, because I always check in early. I was like, I'm getting on this flight. We got to figure this out. So I'm hearing her talk. She's like, yeah, we have some. She has like a thick European accent. Like, we have some people here who are volunteers. We're gonna do them. This 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 family of three. Each of them got $1,000.
That's what I'm in travel credit. That's what I'm saying.
And I was like, I looked at them. I was like, I really don't gotta be home.
Yo, under so
$1,000 a
yo,
piece. 3K
so
for the fans.
so they's like, yo, so they saw at the gate it was an 800, and I was like, I'm not even hearing 800. That's not even enough for me to even think about it. We get on, we're in our seats. I've never seen this happen. The guy comes on the PA system and says, yo, we need one person to get off this flight. I said, wait, what? Yo, when he said, mind you, I'm already locked in gummy, and I want to go. I want to go back home. Like, I'm already locked in. This nigga said $1,500 credit, hotel stay, and flight tomorrow.
Oh my
Nigga,
God. I'd have
it
taken that.
took
I'd
everything
have
in
taken
me.
that.
Yo, it took everything in me to be like, yo, I can't get out of this situation. And then also, I was flying with Danny, and I wasn't gonna do that. Like, if I was by myself, and so it had, like, if it was in a city that I knew somebody, and I didn't have to go home, I would have stayed.
No,
Absolutely.
I would, because I had clients the next morning. I would have canceled every single person in the morning and be like, yo, I got my fits.
Yo,
Because the
and he
fifteen
must
hundred,
have heard me when I was like, nah, you got to do 1,500 at least for me
because
to get
fifteen
off.
hundred, because you ever think about it, $1,500.
Yo, that's
That's a
an
couple of
international
flights.
flight.
That's a couple of
That's an
domestic flights
international flight.
and an international flight. And then they said you got a hotel stay. Nigga, what are
Yeah,
you
they
doing?
was like hotel because they already, yo, and that's why whenever I go to like a show or whatever, I'm always either last flight, I'll red eye, or I'm first flight, because those two things, the red eye could be tricky because if the plane don't get there, then you asked out. But like first flight out, that plane is always there. There's always a plane there. So when we got to the airport, and we normally fly into LaGuardia, this was actually our first time flying in and out of Newark. But we normally fly in and out of LaGuardia or JFK. But LaGuardia's flight that was like 7:10, that flight got
Mm-hmm.
canceled.
Mm.
And because Minneapolis is, I don't want to say it's a small city, but it's a city that doesn't have as many direct flights to New York as most other cities do. So we were like, yo, are they serious right now? But overall, I had a great time in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We got loved. We had experiences. I definitely shout outs to, I mean, Royce Keys is which I know him now, but shout outs to Will House. I had messaged him, and I took a picture of the, I guess you know how they have all the flyers for the match
Mm-hmm.
card. So I took a picture and I sent it to him. He was like, "Where is this?" I said, "The Superstore, nigga." Duh. But shout outs to him, first SummerSlam in the books. Shout outs to Solo doing amazing solo work. Like, I'm glad now that he kind of is getting that love that he's been deserving, because he's been holding his own since even in NXT. So it's really good to see him and the guys, take the yo Jacob's entrance.
So
Woo.
supposedly all of them were supposed to wear a mask.
Nah, I would
Yeah,
have been like, this is crazy, and I feel like Jay pretty ass Uso was like, I'm not doing that.
that's what Jay said. He said I'm too handsome for that.
Yeah, like no, yeah, no.
He said I'm too handsome to wear a
Jay
mask.
motherfucking Uso was like, mm.
I'm too
Y'all
pretty
not
for
gonna
this.
cover me. And I agree. Like, I wouldn't have did that, but it fit Jacob. That's why they both. If all three of them would have had the mask on, I would have looked at that shit crazy.
That should
Jacob
have been
having the
so
mask
dope.
on was it's Jacob on brand, and it was so fucking dope. Like, I was just like, yo, this is so cool. But SummerSlam in the books. Next up, When we do record again, we'll give some love to AEW. I will commit to watching some because I tried last week and it failed. I didn't get far.
My man Kevin Knight is cooking. Kenny's cooking. I love to see this. We
Kenny wasn't
got.
even. I have read Kenny wasn't even at the Grand Slam thing.
Who cares?
He's
These
the
niggas is
world
cooking up.
champion. What do you mean?
Roman don't be on every show.
But I will listen. I will say Roman definitely like to pop up more often now.
That's because he gets paid $15 million a year. That man's making that
But we
man making
digress.
borderline NBA money.
We digress. But no. So next time we record, we'll definitely dip into AEW land because All In is coming up at Wembley Stadium. Um. So we'll definitely touch on that. TNA Lockdown is coming up. We almost thought about going. So real
Where
quick,
is it?
it's in Chicago.
Oh my
So we were legit going to do, and I was just like, I'm doing too much because we're going to Mexico. So I was just like, let me be realistic.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've been traveling almost every weekend
I love that for you though. Live life, live it, go live
because
it.
when after we go to Mexico, I have to go to Rhode Island for a wedding.
Oh, nice. Is it your friend or Laura's friend?
My friend.
Oh, okay. Who the fuck you know Rhode Island? That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's like they black people. No, I'm not saying that, but
Um.
no, we'll talk about AEW. We'll talk about All In. The next up for WWE will be Money in the Bank. They'll start dibbling into those doings. I actually really do like that they're they're doing this tournament in AAA for the person to face Roman at the Raw in Mexico City. I think it's super dope what they're doing. Really, AAA is like top notch for me. So it's
Well,
real.
Taker's doing his job.
Yo, when we had just finished watching last night's episode, I was like, does Taker know Spanish like fluently? Like I want to know. But like, I'm super excited for us to go see it live and in color. Like, I'm excited about Mexico City.
That sounds like it's
Um,
gonna be fun.
no, it's gonna be a good time. So I'm glad we get to be able to do that. But yeah, so we're summer is slowly ending. It's crazy to say
It's
that.
crazy how fast it went.
Yo, like it's weird. Like when you blink and it's like it's August already. I like yesterday I was like, yo, my birthday's in a month. I was like, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Like where did the time go? But that is all from us this evening. This quick little recap of SummerSlam, our experiences live and in color. Like I said, it was dope to go to Minneapolis. I can say I can check that off the list now. So next up will probably be Phoenix because I've never been. So I'm
Yeah,
excited to do that.
I gotta go. I go there. I never been to Arizona.
Yeah, like I've never been. So like this is I definitely and I already got because that's what I said. It's in Glendale, which is like
Where
maybe
is
like
Glendale?
30 minutes from downtown Phoenix.
Also, what is in
So
Phoenix?
I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna have a
What?
good
Hold on,
time.
Let me Google it real quick. What
I'm fucking screaming.
is in Phoenix?
We got people in Phoenix that can tell us. Shout out to Mega Ran. We gonna go holler at Mega and ask what to do.
To do. Phoenix, Arizona offers stunning desert parks, world-class cultural museums, and vibrant art district. Top highlights include the Botanical Garden, the Heard Museum for Native American art. I like that. The Musical Instrument Museum, and the iconic outdoor adventures of Camelback Mountain and Papago Park. So nothing. All they have is outdoor activities
Yo,
because
it's the fucking desert, bro.
it's
Like
it,
I don't know what you're
they have
expecting.
mountains
What
and
I actually, what I really want to go to is actually Sedona. Like I actually want to, like Phoenix, yes, but like I actually want to go to Sedona
yeah,
because they
it's
have resorts there, and I think that would be cool and nice. But I'm excited about Rumble. I'm excited with the direction that WWE is going in. It's a really good. Like this week was really a refresher. Oh, shout out to the Big Cass. Even though I still wanted him to be Big Bill. Shout out to Cass.
I don't know why they brought him back.
So here's the thing. He looks great. So like because if we're gonna question that, then we definitely gotta question Baron Corbin's ass. Cause like, what the fuck was that?
At least they have him in a program and he's winning.
But you can't say you give Big Cass at least 2 weeks. Like we gave Corbin a good solid 3.
No, there's no reason. There's no
I mean,
reason for
I
Big
just feel
Cass to
like
be.
whenever I see him, I always feel like there's a missing piece. So unless that missing piece is gonna appear,
Put him in the tag division.
then
Have him
I
work the
don't
tag division.
know.
Rework that tag division.
Yo, because when he attacked Javon, I actually thought he was gonna be with Ethan Page. So that's why I was like, oh shit, are we gonna Sean and Big Sexy this? Like, I'm here for that. But then when I realized he was by himself, I was just like,
There's
okay,
no reason for him
fine.
to be back. We're ready. Like I keep saying, it's already crowded. Well, why do you need to bring him back? You're gonna
But
use him
I
for a
will
month and then
say
that's it.
though, especially for Raw, there's no like bad guys.
Make some bad guys, bro.
They they bought one. They bought one. But other than that, any last words, any last comments, thoughts?
And no, that's it. I think Minnesota was great. Minneapolis was great.
Minneapolis is
Still,
great. I had
shout
fun.
out to Marty's Deli for the best one of the best sandwiches I've had in my life. Um, shout out to WWE for giving me that media credentials. Shout out to them for that. And also this lovely white woman that was catering the food because I tore apart that roasted chicken. Went back for multiple servings of that roasted chicken.
Yo,
It
when I
was
texted him, I
delicious.
said, "Where are you?" And then this nigga said, "I'm just here for the food." He said, "I just the food." I was like, "Okay, you go have fun with that."
And then it was also nice and cool in that stadium, that nice AC popping.
Yeah, because it was fucking hot. And I know people on the internet was complaining because it was still light outside, but I actually appreciated that. Like, I feel like, like sometimes I like leaving a show and it's still being daytime. Like, so it was actually decent. I didn't feel like we were in the stadium crazy long. Like, it wasn't hard to get into, even to the like the floor access. It wasn't hard to get to. No, overall, look, Minneapolis was a time. So we can put that to the history books. And once again, maybe in about a week or two, we'll jump back. We'll definitely give you guys some AEW insight as All In is coming up, along with some other interesting wrestling things. You know, TNA, like I said, they're bringing back Lockdown. So that's very interesting. That's what I was saying real quick. So yeah, me and Danny on our way to the airport, I was talking about Usher because that was here this weekend, but I was just like, oh, I kind of want to see it.
My sister went.
And then yeah, Tiffany went. Like mad people I knew went,
Where was
but
it?
huh?
Where was
At
it?
MetLife.
Oh, okay.
It's at MetLife.
Oh, that's
So
why she went.
yeah. So when I had told Danny, I said, "Oh shit," because she was like, "Oh, what other cities are they playing?" And I was just like, "Oh shit, they're in Chicago in like 2 weeks." And then when I realized the date, I said, "Oh shit, I think that's the same weekend as lockdown." So we would have went, and that's why I was like, "I'm doing too much," so I had to sit myself down. So I was like,
There you are.
because I was definitely gonna go to the concert with Takia, and then I would have went to lockdown with Angie, and I was just like, "I'm gonna just live," and I was just like, you know what? Let me be an adult. We're going on an international trip in a month. Let me be an adult and let's not do that. Like, let's not do that. Because my instinct really actually wanted to go see Jay Z again. But I'm being an adult. I'm being better. I'm trying to, get this life together.
I got a
So
refund on that. We got a
yo,
refund on that. We got a refund on that.
shout out to the homie Laura, yo, like she
We got a refund on that. We spent.
Oh, happy birthday, Laura.
Yeah,
Happy birthday, girl. Her
got a
birthday was
refund
this
on that,
past
my nigga. She
was
was like
this past week.
I'm getting this refund, and I was like, ooh, you go, girl.
You talking my language, this nigga here. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining us on this SummerSlam recap. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins. Hashtag Black Excellence. Hashtag we are out.
And hold on for a second before we ended this. I gotta tell you something.
Well, you have to end that first to tell me something.
Hold on.